Most people die at 25, but they're not buried until they're 75. I'm going to say that again so you can hear me succinctly. Most people die at 25, but they're not buried until they're 75. What does this quote mean? It means that most of the time, once we hit 25, so-called the false narrative of reality sets in. You're in a job, you have a wife, you have a husband, you have kids maybe. Or you just think that you don't have time enough to accomplish your dreams because you hadn't done well until you're 25. Well, that's a false narrative. The narrative of reality is false. It is you who control your reality. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. Most people die at 25. They're not buried until they're 75. So they give up on their hopes and dreams. And what happens is, because you stop dreaming, you start existing. And because you just start existing, time passes and passes and passes. And now you're 75 years old. And as people are just throwing the dirt on you, you have lived a life of regret. You see, my advice to you is to live your life in the fullest. No, I'm not talking about fun. Fun is easy. I'm talking about a life of sacrifice for what you want. You see, it doesn't matter if you don't have the requisite scores right now to be what you want. You know, in officer school in the military, you have to have a 110 to be an officer. Well, I didn't know what that meant. And even though I had been to college, I had a 92 GT score. Well, I talked to my friends about it, which is always a mistake. And they told me that it would be a waste of time. Well, I went to BSEP to learn math. And I took the test 3 times and failed it. Well, the 4th time I realized I need more help than that, so I had to humble myself. I hired a student in private from high school, his 9th grade student. Here I am, a 28-year-old man with a wife and 2 kids who needs to be tutored in basic algebra, even though I had 3 years of college. But my point to that is, you do whatever you need to do to get where you want to go. Well, I failed it one more time. I think I passed it on the 5th time. 4th or 5th time. I can't remember now. It's been 30 years ago. But the preposition that I'm putting forth here is I passed it. And so now I sit here looking back on that decision at 30 years ago to where I am now, and I accomplished so much because I had the courage, even though everybody around me told me that it was impossible. I had the courage to keep going even though I failed. You see, that's my message for you tonight. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. The most important thing for you to do is to get up. And I'll end with this quote. Most people die at 25, but they're not buried until they're 75 because they have bought into the false narrative of reality. They have given up on their hopes and dreams. My challenge to you tonight is, don't you give up. Don't you listen to anybody that's limiting you in your life. It is your opportunity. It is your purpose. It is your destiny. Make it happen. And if you ever need me, you know I'm just a TikTok away. Let Yusuf Pack say amen, baby. Woo!